GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Remax, my device, my life. Coming soon.
Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this video review episode, we're going to be talking about Guruvayoorambala Nadayil, which has been directed by Vipin. The film is an easy watch, but this solid premise should have generated more laughs. When I interviewed director Hari before the release of this Tamil film called Ratnam, he said it was important that the big heroes do more films per year. I mean, instead of concentrating on just one potential mega blockbuster at a time, because that keeps the theatres in business. That's another aspect Malayalam cinema excels in. Take Prithviraj. We saw Adajividam in March, and now in May we have Guruvayoorambala Nadayil. The former is a drama, the latter is comedy, and he's also directing one of the most anticipated big budget films of the year. Regardless of the quality of the films or what you and I may think of them, the point that Hari made, and it is a very valid point, is that stars should put themselves out there more. Some films will win, some films will vanish without a trace, but at least the wheels of the industry keep turning. The premise of Guruvayoorambala Nadayil is fantastic. Prithviraj plays this character called Anandan. His sister Anjali, played by Anuswara Rajan, is going to get married to Vinu. That character is played by Basil Joseph. It has taken a lot to convince Vinu because he is still reeling from a heartbreak. But the funniest parts of the film make this incident seem almost redundant. Who needs a romance when you have a bromance? Anandan and Vinu have a sickly sweet relationship, and it's hilariously exaggerated, almost like a parody of films about lovers from an earlier era where the style of acting was more gestural than natural. It's amusing to see these actors together, the tall, strapping hero like Anandan versus the shorter, mousier Vinu. The casting couldn't be more perfect. Basil is amusing as always, and to quote just one example, Prithviraj's reactions to the build-up given by the Yogi Babu character made me collapse in my seat. Forget whether Anjali wants Vinu for a husband, Anandan wants Vinu for a brother-in-law, and vice versa. So what could go wrong? The complication arrives in the fact that Anandan is separated from his wife Parvati, played by Nikhila Vimal. Vinu wants to reunite them. This leads to a rock-solid knot, and the audience is in on the joke before the characters are. This makes us wait for the moment when Anandan and Vinu will catch up with us with what we know. But this moment comes too soon, and thereon the plotting becomes very predictable. There are some big laughs, but this premise should have yielded far more comedy than what we get. The second half especially dips in momentum and resorts to desperate measures like a fortune teller and a drone with a mind of its own. I kept wishing for the sweet silliness of the bromance. There are many movie in-jokes referencing Nandanam, Drishyam and so forth, and in a loose way, this story itself looks like a comic version of earlier one-upmanship games like Ayappanam Koshiyam. The film is an easy, lazy watch, but the staging and the pacing should have been much better. Take Prithviraj's own comedy, Bro Daddy. There was so much warmth in that movie, and the writers knew that comedy shines better when juxtaposed against light drama. For a light-hearted film, there was a real vision behind the way it was shot, the way it was treated. Guruvayoorambala Nadayil relies only on its jokes, and had they all landed, the film would have worked, but we are left with a lot of draggy bits that try very hard to make us laugh and don't. The big, frantic climax especially needed a filmmaker more in tune with the large set pieces, and this premise deserved more. That's it about Guruvayoorambala Nadayil. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Remax, my device, my life. Coming soon.